So yesterday I went to Oppenheimer and I have to admit I didn't understand half of the conversations, and I don't know if it's because of the Dolby sound, but from the sound effects, from the music, you know, some of the conversations were like inaudible. I didn't understand them. I will have to rewatch it with subtitles. Maybe it's my bad English, I don't know, but so far I never had this kind of problem. Lots of explosions, that's for sure. So let me know in the comments if you watched it. Okay, today's business. Alts are set to crash. Bitcoin is due a correction, a proper one, and we need to discuss about that because there are some serious signs on the charts which tells us we need to brace ourselves and we need to be prepared psychologically for a short-term crash in order to survive it, in order to not sell it in a loss. Okay, so we might have a bumpy couple of months ahead of us, but as always, we will discuss how this can go on and what are the exceptions, because there are always some exceptions. So yeah, let's start. So Benjamin Coven was on Crypto Banter, and I think he's a good analyst. He has some pretty good analytical thinking, he has some pretty good analytical predictions, and he has lots of tools. He developed lots of tools which he uses to predict some of his trades, some of the movements, some of the market sentiment, let's say. Obviously, he's not the most bullish person. He's also not the most bearish. He's focusing only on the chart. He's focusing on the numbers. And he said that alts are due for a 40% correction and Bitcoin will also correct. There are two important indicators which tell us that this might happen. And I wanted to take it one bit further because I have to say, I agree with him. So as you can see right now on the chart, on the Bitcoin chart, we are still in an uptrend. We didn't break this line, okay? This is the uptrend line, which is nice. However, we can see that the momentum of the uptrend is losing its power. It is losing its momentum, and it is possible that we will see a crash. Now I put here the Fibonacci retracement, and we can see that Bitcoin is very likely to retract to the $24,000-$25,000. Now I think the most probable is this one, is the $25,000. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it would go back to the 24. Now how probable is that after this red one we will have this green line? Well, we will discuss first why this red line could happen. And that is, for first, the first indicator is the Bitcoin dominance. Now, right now we are in August. Everybody is on holiday. There is no liquidity. People don't have money to invest. Therefore, what we see here is a sideways action. Market makers are also on holidays, and August usually, and this is not only crypto, but also in the stock market, for example, CEOs, everybody in the company are going to the beach and they just don't want or don't care about the market because they also need some day off or some weeks off after a bull and the bear actions of this year and last year, obviously. Now the Bitcoin dominance is at 50%, which you would say that okay, it's pretty big. However, it's not. Now you see, institutional money didn't appear yet. Okay, BlackRock's ETF is yet to be decided, yet to be approved. However, Gary Gensler said that he's out of crypto and he's focusing on AI right now. So in the end, he was silenced. I don't know if it's a good or a bad sign because we could have worse. At least he was just incapable of answering questions, but maybe somebody worse will come in. Nobody knows. We will see. The Bitcoin dominance is at 50%, and the chart says this trend line, and I know that it's very interesting to put a trend line on the Bitcoin dominance. However, as you know, the chart usually is sentiment, says that we still need to reach 60%, and that is what Ben Coven also said, okay, that we are due for a 60% Bitcoin dominance. Now, if Bitcoin's dominance goes up to 60%, that means that lots of money will go into Bitcoin. Now, in a happy situation, this is outside money, but not always. Because when people start to think that, hey, my altcoin, my project, my beloved DeFi project is not performing as they should because they didn't develop, because they were also on holiday, or the coin just doesn't want to pump, they will go to a safer place, and Bitcoin is the safer place. So if we are lucky and this 50 to 60%, here let me show you, this space will be filled out with outside money, then I think we will have a nice pump everywhere. If this is like half of it from altcoins, half of it from Ethereum, from outside money, then altcoins will dump. In a case that this whole amount of money from the market cap will go from altcoins into Bitcoin, altcoins will bleed a lot. And I want to state one thing, okay? The recession is still not off the table. The recession still could happen, and sales are not performing very well in the macroeconomy. So it might happen that people will move their risk on investments to a risk off investment, which is right now Bitcoin, to be honest. However, I don't see that they will sell gold to buy Bitcoin, okay? It happens a couple of times, but not in a way that we truly want it. So what will happen if this happens? Well, Bitcoin is going to pump. I am 100% sure about that this will happen, this 50 to 60 will happen when Bitcoin goes down to 25%. Because right now we are not in a bull market, okay? Everyone is saying that we are in a bull market. We are not. Yes, the bottom is probably in. We don't really expect Bitcoin to go back to $16,000. However, we are not in a full bull market. We are not in a free money inflow in the crypto market. We are just in a pre-bull market where nobody knows what is going to happen, and everybody is reading the FUD from Binance, for example. Everybody is reading the FUD from the SEC, from Coinbase, and everybody is hopeful with BlackRock's ETF, which is not approved yet. Okay, it's not approved, and we don't know if this was something which they are going to use to push the price down, or they just want the ETF and they are expecting Bitcoin to go to 1 million. We don't know. Therefore, in this situation, I don't see Bitcoin pumping from a sideways movement. Okay, this is not enough for people and for institutions to buy into Bitcoin. However, if we have a fast drop to the 25,000, that could be interesting. That could mean that people who already have Bitcoin, people who already, or institutions who already invested in Bitcoin and they were waiting for a better entry, they will enter here. And you can see right here, for example, that after the sideways movement, we had a drop, people bought in, it went up. We had a sideways movement, drop, it went up. Now we didn't break the $32,000 obviously, but we need another drop, a sharp one, in order to start to climb. I don't think this will happen in November, December. If we will have a sharp drop, then I think that we will have also the spring pretty fast. I think we will need a couple of weeks to recover, to realize that it's not going to zero, but probably Bitcoin will rally back again. What will happen with EGLD and other altcoins if this happens? Well, I have to say EGLD is not in a good state. Why it is not a good state? It's not a good state because it didn't go up like some of the altcoins did, okay? Like Inject, for example, like Solana from $9, but the drop was even bigger. EGLD is kind of suffering. It is in this downtrend or falling wedge, as you want to call it. And if this 30-40% of a drop on altcoins happens, then EGLD will go to $20. Now here is the big question. Are you prepared to see a $20 EGLD, and will you buy in if you see it? Because for many, this will be a huge disappointment. Many already are very vocal that EGLD is not going to go back, EGLD is not going to rally again, for the simple fact that it is going to be forgotten, that the marketing is not good enough, that the team maybe took its foot off the pedal, which I don't think so, to be honest. They are developing and they are still working hard, and XDA is coming. Therefore, the simple question is, are you prepared to see a $20 EGLD? Are you prepared to buy in at $20? Because honestly, if it does drop to $20, I will buy in, because that's the best DCA. So far, when we had these big drops, I bought in the following. So I bought some here, I bought some here, and I also bought some here. Okay, I didn't catch any of the bottoms because I was just waiting for it to go lower as usual, and I don't think that anyone can really predict what is the clear bottom. However, yeah, it's a good DCA even though we are going down. Don't forget that in crypto we need only one good news to push the market up, and the daily 100-200% is not something which is far away from the market. We can have it easily. It's a small market cap. Now, I do think that Elon Musk will help us at one point, because Twitter and x.com will include payments. They will probably partnership with crypto companies for the processing of the payments, and that can help us to move into the bull market. We will see. We don't know yet. For a further confirmation, if you look at total tree, and this excludes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. This is the market cap of altcoins. If I put a price range here, from here to this next support, it's 46%. So many indicators, many charts, many, I don't know, analytical tools are telling us that there will be a 40% drop, around 40% drop in the altcoins section. Therefore, I would be prepared for that. I am sorry to bring bad news right off on a Monday morning or Monday afternoon, whenever this video comes out. However, if this doesn't happen, if we are going to pump from here, I would be the happiest to be wrong. So watch out for Bitcoin's price, watch out for Bitcoin's dominance, watch out for the news to see what is going to happen, and just brace for impact. If you expect something to happen, then it will not be as painful as something which goes against your fate, which goes against your wishes. Okay, you just need to be prepared. You have to accept the situation. This is the market we are in, and we can pump and dump any moment. Subscribe if you didn't do it so far, and like the video if you like the content, obviously, and I see you in the next one. Take care.